Welcome to another episode of Psoto Desperado Plays Ark Survival Ascended. Just doing some dino eggs. Got quite a few to go through. Did get the next mutation last time, so that's supposed to be 466 now. Is what I'm looking for. 466. And last one was 464. Now I'm going to play, I'm going to see, I should pause this and then I should be able to play the first video in the background. The name is Jeremiah Babe. That's the YouTube channel. It says California burns to the ground, 9,000 structures gone, homeowners wiped out, 60 billion in damages.
It's Thursday, January 9th, 2025. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to get right into this video. Please like the video. Please share the video, all my videos, and please make sure to subscribe to my channel. One day, you're swimming in the pool. The next day, it's all gone. I was watching an interview on CNN last night with James Woods, the actor, very good actor. I think he's a pretty good guy, actually. And he was just really doing everything he could not to completely break down. Tears coming out of his eyes. Just remodeled this beautiful home in LA. Lived there for 3 months, him and his wife, and now it is history. It is just destroyed. And my heart goes out to so many people who have lost homes, lost family members. We don't even know how many people lost their lives with these fires yet. Also, the humane societies are inundated, flooded with people's pets, tortoises, cats, dogs, horses. So it is a complete disaster. But one day, you're swimming in your pool. The next day, it's all gone. James Woods. Think about that in life, too. Today could be a great day. You're having fun. You're having a great time with your family. And tomorrow, something happens. Don't take for granted what you have today, ladies and gentlemen. So many people get upset over the small stuff. And we're witnessing people, just 2 hours from where I'm making this video, losing everything. Their homes, their businesses, their livelihoods, everything. By the way, today, I believe, was the funeral for President Carter, the second worst president in the history of America. Now, it seems like he might have been a nice guy, maybe the least corrupted of the modern presidents. I don't know. Seemed like a decent human being, but a horrible president, second worst president in history. But rest in peace, President Carter. But I think like today, I think there's just some bigger things we need to be talking about. Right now, there are 5 fires. 2 of them are completely uncontained. The other 3 are being contained. And I was told that there was actually 55 fires altogether. 5 main fires, but there was 55 fires altogether. Los Angeles wildfires. This is on CNBC today. Nearly 180,000 people under evacuation orders, county sheriff says. And I'm watching the news. Now, nobody's really taking responsibility for the lack of preparation, the lack of water, fire hydrants going dry or not enough water pressure. Now it's going to be a blame game. But at the end of the day, the state of California and really the United States of America is completely unprepared for a catastrophe. FEMA's broke. Maybe these people can apply for their $750 checks. I was watching President Uncle Joe today, and he says that he's going to give California, LA County, all of the resources it needs. What happened to Maui? What happened to North Carolina? People are still suffering there, especially North Carolina. People living in tents while it's snowing outside. I'm watching videos of this last night. I'm watching it today. There's a channel, a car channel that I watch quite often, F-Spot, E-F-F-S-P-O-T, F-Spot. Really, really good car channel. And he went into areas of LA last night I could not believe this dude drove a Tesla into these neighborhoods, fire everywhere. Incredible video. I thank God he made it out. Very risky, very dangerous. Got some of the best video I've seen anywhere. Driving through neighborhoods, homes burning down, cars burning, schools burning, valleys burning. It was absolute insanity that him and his buddy were driving through these neighborhoods filming this stuff. Very, very dangerous stuff. But if you get a chance, check it out. Really good channel. The Hedge today, Inferno Chaos, LA. Fire spreads to Hollywood Hills. We already know that. 2,000 plus buildings and homes destroyed. Unbelievable how quickly something can happen. Now, I'm watching this on the Turner Radio Show today. Caught on camera, arsonists starting fires in Santa Monica, California. It shows a video of these people starting a fire, 302 Pico. They light a fire. It's on video. You can check it out. You can probably Google this. I saw it actually on Facebook a little while ago. But a lot of people that I'm seeing on social media, people that I'm talking to, believe that maybe there's more to these fires than meets the eyes. Maybe there's something a little bit more nefarious than just the wind. How does the wind just always cause these fires? And why did we have multiple fires break out at the same time? Just asking questions. Not a conspiracy theory here, but we've got to ask questions. But these fires literally started out at the same time. We've got people starting fires. We know that we've had 2 serious events take place on the first day of 2025. We have a lot of enemies out there. And, think about another way to really hurt America is to just start lighting fires. Very effective. Doesn't take a lot of technology. You just start lighting fires and you just start draining resources. Heaven forbid something else happens while the resources are being drained. But let me ask all of you this. Please comment down below. Is there something more nefarious to these fires? Is this all just a coincidence? Is it just the wind? Are these just accidents? Or is there something more behind this? And how are we all going to pay for this? They're talking $50-60 billion of damage right now is the estimate. And we still have 2 major fires burning. 30,000 acres plus still on fire right now as I make this video. 50 to 60 billion. That number could climb. How are we going to continue to pay for this? I have no idea. Is this going to be inflationary for the economy? Is this going to be put on the taxpayers? Where's the money going to come from to give California $60 billion? So I'm watching some of these videos last night, and I saw the movie Homestead, and this looked like the first opening part of the movie of Homestead where everybody's evacuating LA. The gridlock was absolutely insane. Just like the movie Homestead. No way out, cars on top of cars. Then cars were running out of gas, or their electric EVs were running out of battery, and the cars are just stalling in the road. People have to go around them, push them out of the way. It was unbelievable looking at people trying to evacuate LA. Basically, it is just a reminder that if something really, really devastating happened, you're pretty much stuck. This is a fire. This is a fire. Could you imagine something even more nefarious happening and people trying to get out? Another thing that I'm watching, our homes are being looted now. People are leaving. Criminals know nobody's home. They're going into homes and they're stealing stuff. I mean, you've got to be the lowest of the low to go into somebody's home during these fires and steal stuff out of these people's homes. You've got to be the lowest piece of garbage on earth. These neighborhoods, some of them I'm watching this morning, completely vaporized. Rubble, vaporized. War zones. They look like war zones, just completely vaporized. It is unbelievable to think this is 2 hours away or less from where I'm making this video and just how bad it is. FEMA's broke. Let's remember that. And I want to see if they're going to try to give these people $750. And, many of these homes are $1 million plus homes, multi-million-dollar homes. But Altadena, it's more of a blue-collar, middle-class type of area, your typical 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. Many people in these areas do not have fire insurance. And think about how they're going to struggle and fight with insurance companies now to replace these homes. And, another question is, if these people do replace the homes, who is now going to insure the newly built home? What insurance company now is going to come into California and go, yeah, we'll insure all those homes on Malibu that got wiped out? Just a complete row of homes in Malibu gone. Multi-million. These are, probably $8 million, $12 million, $15, $20 million homes gone. So if your insurance company pays you out and you rebuild, who's going to insure the new home after what just happened? The entire landscape of some of Los Angeles now is going to change. All the beautiful trees, the historic homes and buildings, rubble. Unbelievable what is happening. But again, one day you're in your pool having a great time. The next day, the house is gone, the pool is gone, everything's gone. All you have is a bag of, socks, shorts, jeans, your cell phone, and that's it. And, it is another reminder, as we said yesterday, to make sure that you have a plan, that you have a couple bags loaded, ready to go. What would you put in those bags? What would you need to, get by for a few days or a week? If you had to go to a hotel, what would you take out of the house? Would you take, cash? Would you take some emergency food? Would you take some security, a cell phone, medications, trauma kit, tourniquet? What would you put in those go bags to take with you? And think about, some of these people literally had less than an hour and they had to evacuate. They're out. Some people had hours. They had the time to get out. But what if you just had an hour or less? What would you throw in that go bag, or those 2 or 3 go bags? What would you throw in there? What would you get out of the house? Let me know your thoughts on that. And while all this is going on, and while we're all figuring out how this all happened and who's going to be blamed for this, and I think a lot of people should be blamed. And let's remember, the people of Los Angeles County voted for these politicians. They continue to vote for the same governor. They vote in these mayors. They vote in these people now who are going to blame one another for whose fault all of this is. Not having enough water, not having enough maybe equipment with the fire department after the, $17.6 million cut with LA Fire Department. This has just been poorly run. It's going to be a blame game. But at the end of the day, who cares now whose fault it is? Now they're talking about, well, let's just take care of the people. Well, people have already lost millions of dollars in real estate. How about the personal items in their homes? Maybe they've lost a family member, a pet, stuff that just is not replaceable. So it doesn't really matter now who you're going to blame. The damage is done. But are these people going to continue to vote the same people back in who are doing a horrible job? I don't care if it's red or blue, whatever. Whoever is doing this whoever's doing their job is doing a horrible job, and they need to be replaced. Stop putting it on a party or a color. The people who are in office in LA have done a miserable job. The people in California have done a miserable job. And now all of it's been exposed, that the state of California is completely unprepared. And I hate to bring this to everybody, but the country, the United States of America, is completely unprepared also. We are completely unprepared as a nation for a catastrophe. And this is another prime example. Balloons fly all over the place, drones fly all over the place, which now we don't hear anything about. Now we have fires all over California. And, in a couple weeks, we probably won't hear much about it either. I'm going to be really interested to see what is going to happen now. If this is going to be like Maui, is this going to be like North Carolina, how long this is going to be dragged out, and how the people of LA County are treated. But it's interesting. Uncle Joe got on the television immediately with a meeting and said that, that LA County is going to have all the resources it needs. And we didn't see him for a while. We didn't hear anything about that from Maui or North Carolina. Just saying. Maybe it's going to be different because these are multimillionaires in LA County. I don't know, but we're going to see. But I don't think a lot of them are very happy with how this was handled, because now their homes are rubble. Their multi-million-dollar homes are rubble because these are the people they voted in. Ukraine war briefing, U.S. to announce $500 million in aid for Kiev ahead of Ramstein meeting. So, as we're seeing more exposure of how unprepared we are as a nation, how unprepared we are here in California. We can't even get the fire hydrants to work. We're going to send another $500 million to Ukraine. How do you feel about that? Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on that. Another $500 million. Don't forget, in 2022, LA sent a lot of fire equipment over to Ukraine. Kern County sent a retired fire truck to Ukraine. I bet somebody would have wished to have that retired fire truck last night. I bet they would have wished to have that extra $17.6 million of funds back to LA Fire Department so that they can maybe have more people working, more equipment, etc. But they didn't, because we just continue to give it all away. And we don't think about what could happen here, or maybe they just don't care what happens here. And again, are these fires just another accident because it's windy outside, or is there something more to it? I don't really know. Love to know your thoughts on it. But as I sit here in California, I'm watching the news, I'm watching videos, I'm reading articles. It is unbelievable what we are witnessing take place in 2025. It is unbelievable. 9 days in, what we are witnessing take place. Biggest fire in history, $60 billion plus in damage. We had 2 attacks on the first day of January. I still honestly really don't even know who's running the country at this point. I just hope that things don't escalate even more in Eastern Europe. And I really hope that we don't see any more incidents taking place here on U.S. soil, but I'm not naive. I believe this is just the beginning. And, you know, again, as my 92-year-old mother said, is this the government or is this God? You know, they were talking about today all these celebrities and Hollywood stars who've lost their homes. And I don't know, maybe God's waking some people up. Maybe God is shaking his fists at Hollywood for all the garbage they put out and all their freaking garbage ideologies and thoughts and beliefs. Maybe it's a wake-up call. I don't know. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. But is this a message? Is this an omen? And I know that there's some great, innocent, beautiful people who are tied up and lost everything too. But is this nation being judged? Is this the beginning of the judgment for America? Or am I reading a little bit too deep into this? Or is this something nefarious, such as some really, really bad people doing this on purpose? Or is it just the wind? I don't know. I don't know, but we got to think about this stuff. We got to think. But at the end of the day, no matter what the reasoning is, whatever is responsible for this, you all need to be prepared. I need to be prepared. This is a wake-up call that, you know, gear check. Get your bags in order. Get your security in order. Get yourself in shape. Have a plan. Know where you're going if you can go somewhere. If you have to hunker down, make sure you have food and water, a way to cook it. These are things we got to be thinking about. Every time I see an incident like this, it is a reminder, a wake-up call to just make sure that we are preparing, that we have enough preparations put away, and that we are watching what is going on. Because just like James Woods, you're swimming in your pool one day and tomorrow it's all gone. Tomorrow you could wake up and something just happened. I could wake up tomorrow and something just happened that changes my life, your life, changes America. Who knows what we could wake up to? A natural disaster or a man-made disaster. There's a lot of things out there, ladies and gentlemen. So be aware, be awake, use situational awareness. Don't get complacent. I think this is, again, another wake-up call that you better be consistent with your preparations, your training, and keeping your eyes open with what's going on, because anything can happen today, tonight, tomorrow, next week. Be prepared. I want to thank all of you for tuning in today. Please like, share, subscribe. Be careful out there. Pray for these people in LA. There's some really, really good people out there that have lost it all. James Woods, I think he's a good guy. A lot of people they interviewed with the news, people in tears. They've lost pets. They've lost family members. They've lost their houses. They've lost their businesses. And that is sad. And these are really, really good people. I'm not talking about the dirtbag celebrities and sports stars and people like that. I'm talking about just good, wholesome people who worked hard to get where they're at, and it's all gone. So be careful out there. Be praying for these people. Pray for this administration coming in. Pray for America. As I've said in the past, I think we're going to see a lot more happening in 2025, so be ready for that. Take care.
Yeah. Some people would think it's a wrath of God trying to get back at satanic Hollywood, but the truth is you don't really know for sure. I had no clue. All I know is that those brush fires could have been prevented, and that mayor that went to Ghana, I think she went to Ghana on a vacation. When she came back, all those houses were burning, and she didn't even react. She didn't say anything. She just looked at the guy asking her questions and didn't say anything. Same thing happened in Chicago when they had that public meeting, and they were all accusing the mayor of, throwing their money away and giving it away to immigrants and all this. And the man just stood there and said nothing. Like his job was to sit there and not be accountable to the people. Not answer questions. Not say anything. And the only reason they would not say anything when they were put into scrutiny is because they could be legally liable for anything they say. If they admit they did something wrong, they could be legally liable. And that's why you have unaccountable leaders that suck, essentially. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna share. Let me share and subscribe before I forget. And I'll put this video in the link. But this is contemporary events that's going on right now. They just look at you with a blank face. They don't answer your fucking questions. They're not accountable for their actions. They can just do whatever they want. And I would never want to be part of a government that does that shit. I really wouldn't. That's California. I like Trump's interview, his recent interview. It's been pretty awesome. Let's see. There's Alex Jones. So I'm trying to find something. I'm not really finding much. Okay, Mel Gibson. Okay, we got a minute for Mel Gibson. Oh,
All
shit.
3 of them don't.
Okay. So this is on Mel Gibson. It says, Gibson, I had 3 friends. All of them had stage 4 cancer. All of them don't have cancer right now at all. What did they take? And then he says what they are. Okay, so here.
I'll tell you a good story.
Okay.
I have 3 friends. All 3 of them had stage 4 cancer. All 3 of them don't have cancer right now at all. And they had some serious stuff going on.
And what did they take?
Jesus. They took some, what you've heard they've taken.
Ivermectin.
Fenbendazole.
Fenbendazole. Yeah.
That stuff.
Yeah, I'm hearing that a lot.
They drank hydrochloride something or other.
There's studies on that now where people have proven that
people
they've
drinking methylene blue and stuff like that.
Yeah, methylene blue, which was a fabric dye.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a textile dye. And now they find out it has profound effects on your mitochondria.
Yep.
Yeah.
This stuff works, man.
There's a lot of stuff that does work, which is very strange because, again, it's profit. When you hear about things that are demonized and that turn out to be effective, you always wonder, well, what is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
How is our medical institutions, how have they failed us so that things that do cure you are not promoted because they're not profitable?
That's just a small excerpt from that. I didn't really find anything. They're all talking about the fires right now. The fire this, the fire that. Well, it looks like I didn't get my mutation. I needed 466. All right. Well, I think that's it, guys. I'm just going to log off again. Just make a real short one. I'm going to see if I can find a full interview with Joe Rogan with Mel Gibson, because I know Mel Gibson's a motherfucker, man. He comes off as like a conspiracy theorist or something. I mean, more than normal. But shit, I've run into some things, as you guys know. If you've seen my 13 spiritual experiences under the Holy Spirit, I've run into some shit, and I can tell you that there are some interdimensional beings out there, and they are playing God with us and shit. But you got to keep your faith regardless of the basis of it sometimes. Take care, brothers and sisters. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. Thank you for watching. I always say that. Thank you for calling. Thank you for watching Psoto Desperado plays Ark Survival Ascended. Bye-bye.